Hello everyone, my name is Jason Brehmer, and I'll be going over the available services and technical training we have for our DCS users, 3DCS users. Just a little bit about me. I have worked for the company for about 7 years. I've been the technical lead for 3DCS for about 4 years of that. I started just using a little bit of 3DCS and then kind of gradually worked my way over to helping the tech support side. I work along with Dave Johnson, and we have a whole team that will go ahead and support our users and help them get to their modeling needs and questions that they have, along with any technical issues that they have with the software or any other questions or modeling support that they'll need. Here's the agenda that we have. So a lot of these are available to our users. It's the DCS tech support page, the DCS community, the help desk, the help manual, the video channel, and then I'll have Ben also include himself just to give us a little bit more detail on the last three, which is the training lab, the video channel, the technical webinars, and the monthly updates. So when users come to us, they usually have a question or many questions. Sometimes it might start with one and then branch out to 5. Eventually, they want to know how they can go ahead and get to these questions in a reasonable manner. That is one of the things that I like to go ahead and provide is a great support tactic to be able to respond quickly with any answers that they need or have, any questions that they have. So the first place I want to go to is our website. The website is a pretty great place to start from. It has a couple pages that we'll go over today. For the first one we have is the tech support form. This is kind of a good starting point. We like to tell our users, new users, on where to go as far as if you need support, modeling support. We also do offer emails. We offer phone support. And then afterwards, we'll go ahead and set up meetings pretty much within that same day if we're not too busy, or within the next day or two. We also have, later on, we'll go over it a little bit more as far as the help desk. The help desk will go ahead and respond to our users. But for right now, let's just go through the DCS website. And I'll go to this form, in which it's basically, I can go into once you go to 3DCS or www.3dcs.com, you can highlight on the support dropdown and support request. It'll open up to visit the DCS community and then the help desk. But otherwise, if you don't know, if you're not registered for those, you can start here. It's basically just entering your first and last name, your company name, your email, country, and any questions that you have. And it could be just, I need help. As long as we can get you or get in contact with you, this is a great way to start. And to use it, you can also find out how to get new versions. We'll go over a little bit more about how to find out we got a new version, but later on, this is a good way to ask to download a new version, whether you had an issue with the software or if you have just some modeling support you want to go through. The next place, I kind of said it a little bit, is the DCS community. This is our forum site that we allow users to use. It's a free registration. You can go there to learn all about our software. It also contains our webinars, any other videos that we have. We also have example models that you can download. These will be available for all users who are registered on the site. So once I go here, I do have one that's linked up. If I go to the general modeling questions, you can see that we have a ton of content already written, whether it's the whole assembly pattern move, modifying an existing point using 3DCS, and then it keeps going. There's pretty much a lot of content daily or weekly coming into this. We also have our DCS webinars. we'll be coming up with at least 11 or 12 videos or webinars a year, and we'll add them here. So we usually have like a series that Ben will construct based on the, whether it's a new version of the software or if there's a general topic that we want to review. So if I open up this link, which is a webinar series of scalable solutions, it's also ongoing, which is still current. We have a lot of our webinars here listed, and you can watch them whenever you want. We also have articles and web papers that we have written and shared on this site so that users can read it and get some more information about external or internal of the updates in the industry. They also help out with the software to discuss what other people or other companies are doing. So that was a little bit of our community. I'm going to log out of this. You can go to the community by going to community.3dcs.com and register. You'll have to hit agree. This is just explaining that we would like you to go through, no obscene, basically use your best judgment on this community. One thing we'd also like is to make sure that this is available for a lot of users. So don't add any proprietary information that you don't want to, that's not shareable. So just make sure that when you're going in here, you're registering to make sure that you don't add, or after you register, you make your content, don't add something that you cannot share. So it's pretty basic, simple information that you want to add here, similar to our form. The form, you add in your country, your website, if you have one, a phone number, and your email address. And this is also detailing some of the information that we'll need to kind of reference what you're looking for. So this is all the CAD platforms that 3DCS is available, integrated. We also have multi-CAD, which just doesn't seem to be it, but and this is all the various versions that we have. And then we would ask, once you get to here, it's just adding the software version. So if you're in current, it would be 7711. This one would be just if you wanted to get any DCS emails, it should send you updates based on what's going on in the community. So if we add a new webinar, you'll get an update for that. And then, of course, it's just asking if you're a human or not. So it's pretty basic, simple. We'll get a response once somebody registers for the community, and then within that same day, or maybe for the next day, you'll be given access to it. All right. This is the DCS Help Desk. This allows us, this is a site that we have to use with other companies or other users to track any modeling issues or any enhancements that they're requesting. If they have any questions specifically on a model they would like to for us to look at, many other things. And if I go into here, this is going to be basically probably signed up through me. Yep. So I'm going to log out. But in order to get access to this, we will ask some basic information from you, and then we will create an account for you. You'll be able to get an email with your login credentials, and then you will get access to this. And then once you have an account, it's going to kind of look like this. So the first time you come in here, you can go up to this top left corner. It'll say to add a new issue, or you can kind of come down here and just report an issue. All right, let's go up to the top then. So right now, this is asking me just some basic information, just kind of like what our community does. But when we're creating a new issue or a new request, we want to make sure that we are, under the, which kind of version or platform you're using, whether it's a previous version and a newer version, something that we do support or haven't gotten to yet. this is kind of like a way to track that. So right now I'm just adding some of the basic details. So we're using 3DCS Creo. We're using Variation Analyst. The Creo version is 4.0. Our software version, or 3DCS, is 7.7.1.1, and the operating system we're using is Windows 10. I work at DCS. The email I don't want to send any emails to anybody, so I'm just going to go ahead and say, this is a new request. Please help. So once I make this, it's going to show up that I have this tracking now. Our tech support team will get this a notification that there was a new request, and we'll be able to respond that within the same day, just by either responding first, okay, please give me some more details, or if we can respond as far as this change has been made, or we can help with a meeting. We might respond with creating a new web go-to meeting. All right, so back to my list here. This should help with as far as using the help desk, a lot of other topics as well. Can you use thermal? That's usually using our compliant modeler. If you have any questions on that, you can definitely send in those details here. What is the best way to use PMI or MBD, or model-based definition? That's kind of a little bit of both of the community, but we also would like you to forward this on. We might have some enhancements in play, or that we can work with down the road. So now this is the help manual. This is installed with all of our software. It basically is a construct of data and information we're constantly making updates to. It's based on, it is also available on the community, but you can find it as an external file source. It's currently right now being saved or stored as an executable file, but it should load up with the software as soon as you're hitting the help button up in the top right-hand corner. So I'm going to go to the community for this. And if you find it down here, we have a link called the help manual. It'll open up to a separate page. It won't ask you to log in if you already are, but this is the help page that is available on the community. It has everything available for all of our platforms. So you can see it's got NX, CATIA, and they're specific to those platforms. Some pages are. Otherwise, everything is specific to 3DCS as far as creating moves, defining moves, creating intolerances, GD&T, and measurements. And you'll find a lot more based, as far as whatever you're looking for inside the software. It's dynamic within the software. So if you're in, say, like a move or a tolerance, and there's a question mark on the top right-hand corner, it'll actually open up to the page if you're in, say, a point-to-point distance measure. So it'll open up to this page if you're in that help, or in that type of measure. Same thing for any moves or tolerances or any other operations as far as what you see here in this list. So once you have a question, or if you see something you don't understand, you can always hit that question mark and it'll pop open to the 3DCS Variation Analyst help manual. So these typically, you'll find some questions or find some material to some of these that we've already covered, but it's kind of more concrete as far as what can you do in a 3DCS model. So using the step plane, can you apply thermal? How do you measure for gravity? That's a little bit within the compliant modeler, it's a little bit in there, but you can find more details as far as what that gravity means, or does it mean gravity is the same thing, or what our move is best for. And it gives some detail of what each move is, what's the best way to use that move. The training lab is another site that we offer. This one we have, going back to our the form that we have in the very beginning. We like users that maybe had some time away from using 3DCS. They're trying to get back to it. they've gone through all the tutorials, or if they're a new user, they've gone through all the tutorials, they want to try something else. These are a little bit more advanced models that we offer for users to go through. They're also pretty close to what you would find in a more realistic model, as far as like having a drawing, here's your datums, GD&T, and then you'll be able to build it using 3DCS moves, measures, tolerances. This is just a great way to kind of, like I said, kind of go back, how to figure out how to best use that step plane move. I've seen that question here like 6 or 7 times, but it is a pretty common question. So that's pretty much just the training lab. You can go through the forum to ask for permission. Our IT will send you a link and a way to sign in with any login and password credentials. So now we're moving on to the last couple pages. One of them is the video channel. Ben Reese is our marketing guru manager. He takes most of the, he adds most of the videos to this channel, which is available on YouTube. If I click on this link, this is some of the webinars that we have, or other videos that we might have created within the past few years, or quite a few years. But if there's anything else that you needed to know about this, he can be able to send you a link, or if you need to have access to it. Ben is here now if we need to cover anything else, but Ben, if there's anything else that we need to kind of highlight.
Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. So keep in mind the Dimensional Control Systems video channel, especially when it comes to webinars, is designed for short clips. So if you're looking for particular webinars, you should be checking our website for our webinars on demand. You can often find segments of those webinars set up on the channel as a preview, and all of those previews have links to the full webinar in their description. So it's a nice place to scroll through and see some of the different video work and examples. And then if you find something you do like, you can use the links in the description to learn more.
Thank you, Ben. The technical webinars, Ben kind of hit on this a little bit just within the video channel. And as I said before, in our community, we tend to make 11, 12 webinars throughout the year. They will be showcased within on the 3DCS website, and then later on the community. But these are typically some things that happen within our software specifically, or if we had so many enhancements that we had with the software, we want to kind of encapsulate and bring it to our users and show how to use these technical.
Yeah, that's correct, Jason. So we have monthly webinars. Sometimes we take the summer off, but that means that there are at least 10 to 11 webinars every year. We always have our webinars on the last Thursday of the month, so that way it's easy for our users to remember when the next one's coming up. Throughout the year, these webinars do one of two things. Either one, they're going to do a deep dive on a specific 3DCS or QDM product and try to show you a little bit about how to use it and what kind of cases you might use it on. Additionally, the second thing there would be showcasing a new version of our software. For example, we have a new version coming up soon, just this year, and we're already planning a series of webinars to show you what's new in that new version of 3DCS and QDM. So that way you can see in detail all of the new features and functions.
Cool, thanks, Ben. And then here we have is the DCS blog. Ben does keep this up as well. This just more goes over what's happening in the industry and what's happening within 3D or DCS, whether it's involving QDM or 3DCS itself. But Ben might have some more details on what he covers.
Yeah,
Ben,
sure.
do you have anything?
Yeah, thank you, Jason. So just like with our webinars, our blog has two primary functions. Like Jason said, it's a great place to check to see what's coming up from DCS. For example, whenever we have webinars, events, or we're trying to participate in a specific event, we do our best to have our blog updated with an article about that. Additionally, you'll find articles by some of our internal experts, some of our partners, and some of our customers scattered throughout the blog in small series, usually in 1 to 3 parts. These can be helpful in learning about how other users are using the software, about different things that are happening in dimensional management and in the industry, or that there might be case studies from some of our customers explaining how they're applying our tools in their everyday work.
All right, great. And lastly, to sum everything up, we can sign everybody up, whoever is interested, to get monthly updates from the software. These are handled through this link. If I click on it, this will go into the 3DCS website again.
Just about the newsletter. So our newsletter comes out once a month. It's sent to your inbox. It is from a third party, so if you have troubles not seeing it, there might be some IP addresses that you should that we can send to you for your IT department to whitelist to make sure that it arrives. The once a month newsletter is nice because when you sign up for it, we don't put your email address on any other lists, and we never ever sell or provide email addresses of our customers to any third party. In addition, it means that you'll only be getting the once a month email from us. We won't spam your inbox, and it'll keep you updated on what webinars we have coming up, what events are happening, as well as about any kind of new opportunities you might have with DCS. For example, we've been running an ongoing updates about our user conference in our monthly newsletters, as well as blurbs and access to some of our on-demand videos and latest blog posts, all within this once a month newsletter. So it's a great way to get updated straight to your inbox without having to come to our website and make sure that you don't miss anything that we're putting out.